Hi everyone, welcome to my first tutorial on how to learn crochet. I'm going to start off with very simple stitches for beginners. So the first thing we are going to learn is how to make a slip stitch. Okay, so this is my yarn and this is my needle. I am using 4.5 millimeter needle. Okay, so this yarn, so what I do is I will wind the yarn around my two fingers, the first two fingers, and I take my needle and I place my needle in between both the, can you see that? In between both the threads here, and then I hook the second thread and pull it underneath the first thread, and then I remove my fingers and my slip stitch is done. Okay, I'll explain to you again. I'm winding my yarn across both my fingers. I'm taking my needle in between both the yarns and I'm hooking it onto the second thread, notice that, and dragging it underneath the first thread, and then I remove my fingers from the thread and then just pull the thread. That forms my slip stitch. This is my slip stitch. Now I'm going to make the slip stitch a little small. I'm putting my needle into it. I'm winding the thread around my finger and keep it stiff this way. Now I'm ready to start my first chain. So how do I create the chain? I wrap the needle around the yarn and pull it through the chain. Can you see that? I wrap the needle around the yarn and pull it through the chain. Wrap it around the yarn, pull it through the chain. Wrap it around the yarn, pull it through the chain. And with these two fingers I hold the chain there so that there's a grip for it. I'm repeating the process. Can you see the chain? Okay, so can you see that? So I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 chains. I'll make a total of 10 chains. I made 10 chains now. I'm going to make another 2 chains. I made another 2 chains and I'm placing my finger in the second chain from the top. This does not count as a chain. Okay, 1, 2. So the second chain. Now I'm going to teach you a simple thing, that is the simplest of all, which is the single crochet. What do I do? Can you see my chain here? So what I do is I put my needle into this chain. Notice that? And then hook my needle on the thread and pull it through the loop. And then pull it through both the loops. I'll do that again. Can you see the chain? I'm putting it through the chain. Okay. Hooking my needle onto the thread and pulling it through the chain and pulling it through both the chains. So now I'm going to do it for the rest of this chain. I have made the chains a little loose just so that you could be able to see it clearly, but you can make it tighter. The chains can be made tighter. Depends on how you would like it to look. I'm reaching the end of my chain. It's the last chain on the hook, so I put it through that, then hoop it and drag it through both the chains. So my chain is ready. Can you see that? This is how you would create a chain and one row of single crochet. Hope you enjoyed it and hope it's simple enough. See you in my next class.